to anchor your assets. I think that probably says it all. So whatever is an asset is something we typically deal with. Now, when it comes to money and where you place it and all different stages of life, whether you're just starting out, providing for kids, whether you're preparing for retirement, all different stages of life, we take care of those things that hold your family together: life insurance, health insurance, retirement, long-term care, those kinds of things.
All
always
those boring things that really matter.
Things that matter.
So
That's right.
boring.
I'm going to say this. They help you have a bad day and not a bad life.
Right.
Seriously, bad things happen. If you have planned,
That's good.
You have a bad day, not a bad life. Boom. So super move number 2, create a budget. Tell your money where to go. Okay? So I'm going to give you a notable quotable from Dave Ramsey. He says, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Where to go? This is Dave Ramsey. I mean, he's American. He's a great American. He's an entrepreneur. He's a radio show host. He's a best-selling author. But you agree with Dave Ramsey overall here, Chris. But you do disagree with Dave on one thing. One thing. What is that one thing?
One thing you hear from Dave Ramsey all the time is, and I'll give you an example, is buy term, invest the rest. That works for a lot of people. The problem is
buy
people
term what?
Buy term life insurance and invest what you would normally put into a permanent life insurance policy.
Quick time out. Quick time out, because my job is to get through the jargon. Okay, you're over here saying term
jargonese.
So for anyone listening right now, because again, the studies show the majority of Americans don't understand the difference between term and whole life insurance. Can you kind of explain that real quick?
Sure. Term insurance is what really, in one simple word, temporary.
Okay.
Very easy terms to understand is a term is only for a term in life, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years.
Okay.
Permanent policy would be your other side, the whole life, the universal lives, the index universal life policies.
Yeah. And so you're saying right here, Dave Ramsey says what, and you're saying what?
He typically says buy term, invest the rest. So pay the little bitty price and invest what it would cost to do the rest.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Back to you, Chris.
Biggest thing is just to make sure that if you're buying a term policy, you need to invest the rest. Most people don't. That's the problem, is they forget the second half. They'll buy term and then the budget runs out at the end of the month. They don't actually create a budget and to succeed.
Now, you have worked with many clients. We're talking about hundreds of clients, thousands of people. You've helped them financially prepare for their future. And rumor has it that your financial strategies that you have strategies in place to help people guarantee they won't lose money. I push back. On behalf of the listeners, we have intelligent listeners. They say, whatever. Not possible. How do you do it?
Well, the biggest thing is to make sure that you've got the right kind of policy in place. The expertise that it takes to build a policy is no short affair. We have to make sure that we're well-trained in what we do. My agents are well-trained in what we do to make sure that when we invest in a product or put money into, for instance, a life insurance policy, we want the cost of insurance as low as possible in order for get the gains that the policy can possibly do. Now, I know that sounds like a financial ease. The whole idea is to make sure that we get all of the money working for us as fast and as furiously as we possibly can without as many fees that we might see in some of the other strategies.
Here's the question I have. Where do most people get it wrong? Where do most people get it wrong? When you meet with people and you're going, this is scary, what you're doing here. You are screwing up. Not our listeners. We have geniuses who listen to our show. Right. We have people from other planets tuning in who are geniuses. We have aliens listening who are geniuses. We have only geniuses on this show. Sir, where do most people get it wrong? Not our listeners, but other listeners.
Other listeners might get it wrong when they decide to actually go to a firm that doesn't know what they're doing or actually have just started. We've been doing this for, my business partner 25 years, me 15 years, just between the two of us. We've got quite a lot of experience. So we've been doing this a long time. So making sure that they have the training possible to put them in a situation for success.
This is not a political show, Z. This is not a political show.
I thought it was a home and garden.
This is a home and garden show. We never talk about politics because we're talking about photosynthesis
and tulips,
greenery,
and pansies. Pansies are a thing right now.
They're the strongest. They're the strongest.
I know, with the weakest name.
With the weakest name. No, but seriously, this is not a political show. But I want to say, Donald Trump. He's our new president.
Elect,
some people listening, they elect. They say, I don't know. I don't like him. Maybe some people say I like him. Either way, there's a lot of people right now with insurance costs. The insurance costs are going up. They're going up. They're going up. Z, have you seen the cost? They're going up.
They're going up. They're not going down. They're going up. They're going up.
And for my family, they went up by about 70%. So it was not doubled, but almost. We have 5 kids. So when we get back, when we get back here, I want you to address the elephant in the room for a lot of people. This is not a political thing, but with insurance costs going up, up, and up, how is it that people can financially get ahead when the costs are going up? I mean, what are because you guys work with insurance, you work with financial planning. How do you help people manage their financial certainty in a time and place where the insurance costs are going up? It's kind of an uncertain political environment. And Z, I mean, you work with, you have an optometry clinic. You deal with people who have insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And are people stressed out a little bit about the insurance costs?
Absolutely. And I think that was one of the big factors in the election, quite frankly. But it's going to be interesting to see what gets replaced and what the plan's going to be. I mean, all of us are going to go, what are the rules? Because you know what? And today's show is all about.
We want to be rich. We want to get rich. We want to get ahead financially. We want to be free.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Copious amounts of cash. Bartender says, can I get you something? You go, yeah, give me 4 somethings. Give me something for my friend. Stay tuned. Thrive Time Show.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Oklahomies, and welcome back to the Thrive Time Show during your drive time home. And Dr. Z, my brother from another mother, it is a Friday, and I am euphoric. I'm excited. I'm at the pinnacle of just the peak of excitement here today, my friend. It's a lot of pageantry in the air.
The only thing that can make it better is if I pull into Oklahoma Joe's on the way home and get some of those burnt ends and some baked beans.
Nothing could be better than
this
that.
Meat candy. Now, I want to ask you a question, Clay.
Sure.
Is it just the way it worked out, or did you plan this? That today's show, we're going over the 8 financial management retirement super moves, and you happen to have a gentleman that owns a company that deals in financial planning super moves. Is it a coincidence?
Yeah, what happened was no planning at all, no forethought, what we did is we wanted to grab a random person off the street.
Okay, random. Success story, because, hey, here on the Thrive Show, we like to find local success entrepreneurship stories and bring them on the show and let them give a little of their super moves, their gravy, some of their little magic dust that can spread around.
Which I refer to as Oklahomies, and I'll tell you why I do that.
Oklahomies, I like that.
Because now, I mean, I went to college. And a lot of people go to college. What they typically do is they'll graduate.
Yes, I see where you're going with this.
Now, I wrote a parody song about Richard Roberts, which he did not find to be as funny as I did. But it resulted in me being excommunicated, asked to leave, if you will.
Well, you had a choice.
I had a choice, yeah.
You could recant,
or I have to leave.
Repent or leave.
Yeah, so I left Oral Roberts University unceremoniously. And I say all that to say that now a lot of the guys that I pal with, I hang out with, are doctors. I mean, literally, like Dr. Movil. We had Dr. Movil on. He's a doctor.
He's a
Dr.
doctor.
Edwards, doctor. Dr. Porcheri. There's just, I mean, it seems like everyone I'm around is a doctor. Doctor. And they look at me and they go, no
Clay.
Talent. Clay, what do you do?
He's a DJ.
What do you do?
He was a DJ.
And then when they say he used to be a DJ, it's like, oh gosh. But the thing is, I'm telling you,
to that.
When you study successful people, when you are intentional about surrounding yourself with them, you're going to discover there are some great Oklahomies. They're good people.
Great Oklahomies.
Good people. They're not pretentious. They're not ridiculous, but they know how to become successful.
Well, you know what's funny about that is Forbes just rated Tulsa as one of the best cities in the country, one of the top 5 cities for entrepreneurship.
Period.
And it got number 1 for female entrepreneurs last year. So
absolutely, and I have a low amount of estrogen, so I can't relate to that at all. But I can tell you there's many women listening who can, and we have a lot of great female guests. But today we have a man who's loaded up with testosterone.
Yeah,
and he knows a lot about financial success. Yeah, he's a guy who helps you he can financially advise you. He can help you get where you need to go. It is Chris Bryan right here with he's Anchor Financial Group. So Chris, for people who don't know who you are and what you guys do over there at Anchor Financial Group, what do you guys do?
Well, we're one of the largest agencies in Oklahoma. We handle about, thousands of clients.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people that rely on us to help them anchor their assets.
Now, we're talking about super move number 2, create a budget, tell your money where to go. How can people create a budget and tell their money where to go when insurance costs are going through the roof? How do they do it?
Yeah, I tell you what, everybody's getting those hate mail, if you will. that everything's doubling, and our I could tell you our phones are lighting up. That just happens. But the thing is what we do is we create strategies. We have some proprietary things for group health. We have some proprietary things for individual health to try and get those premiums as low as we possibly can. Get even taking in consideration the subsidies that the government gives for this one next year to who knows what's going to happen after that, guys. I mean, really, with Trump taking over in January, we are going to be on a roller coaster ride in this. So really, we're planning for 1 year at a time here.
Well, for anybody who's listening right now who says, oh, yeah, Donald Trump's elected. It's going to be great. It's going to be great every day, right? It's going to be incredible. Or for anybody who goes, oh, no, Donald Trump was elected. We're not going to make it. It's World War III. Either way, for people who want to get a hold of you and they want to get a hold of their financial future, what's the phone number? What's the digits? How can they get a hold of you?
918-591-2880 is our local address. We're right at 45th and Garnett. Easy central location. Come by and see us. We'd love to see you. What's
your website for anybody who's a conspiracy theorist and who's kind of going, I don't know if they're real. Do they have a website?
www.myanchorgroup.com.
My Anchor Group.
Myanchorgroup.com.
Okay. All right. Now, super move number 3. Give yourself some fun money so you'll stay on budget. Now, here's the deal. Dave Ramsey says this. He says, children do what feels good. Adults devise a plan and follow it. Now, here's the thing. Z, you talk a lot about, I talk a lot about the 5 F's.
Yes.
Faith, family, finances, friendships, and fitness. That's your big goals.
It's your big 5. And then I bring
family, finance, fitness, friendships. But I brought
the 6th F in, the secret F.
Okay.
The one F that I have brought to your table.
Yeah.
And that is fun.
Fun.
And that's exactly what Ramsey's talking about here.
Why do we need to have fun, Z? Why?
Listen, all work and no play.
When I was a young man, one of the things my dad used to do is he used to make me go outside and haul rocks. And then when I ever finished hauling the rocks, he would have me walk to school uphill, Z, both ways. You see, that's what was fun to me. Fun to me was not getting hit with a stick by my dad for not getting to school fast, Z. See, that's the kind of fun we had back in the day. Z, we were thankful for it. When my dad used to yell at me, I was thankful because he spoke to me.
Yes, and the end of that is makes Jack a dull boy. So
what?
Nobody wants dullness. We all want at the end of the day, we all want to have a little bit of fun, And if you don't want to have fun, you secretly do. You secretly do. You may not on the outward side.
I've never had fun in my life.
You may say I don't, but you know what? Somewhere deep down inside is a child hiding.
And so you
encourage chickens. We're going to have fun.
You encourage blocking out times to have fun. You encourage to do it.
You have to.
You encourage budgeting for some fun.
You have to.
You encourage spending some money on some fun.
You have to. Otherwise, your brain explodes with all the stressors of life, all the pressures that life brings on.
But you don't live in a van down by the river because you spent all your money on a bunch of. You didn't spend all your money on a bunch of random stuff here. So it's a balance. Thrive Time Show.
Listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Tulsa, and welcome back to the Thrive Time Show during your drive time home. We're located on the left coast of the Arkansas River. We are broadcasting right now from the Thrive15.com world headquarters in beautiful Jinx, America, where every day is a holiday. I mean, the energy, the positivity within the Thrive15.com world headquarters is incredible. A lot of people come in here and they go, am I in Silicon Valley? Am I in Austin, Texas? Z, can you describe the decor that makes the people want more inside the Thrive15.com world headquarters?
It's a 4-letter word. It's cool.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you know what's even more fun is that everybody that goes to the Flying T, just a couple doors down from us.
Yeah.
They can just they can see us. They're driving for us. So there's a lot of people driving to us that never reach us.
That's
actually a thing.
And I will say this also, we have some of the most diligent security personnel here. And if you ever go over those speed bumps.
Did you get busted the other day?
I have not.
I do the move where I go around him, but then the other day I was going around him.
Did you get pulled over by the golf cart?
No, but I think I could have outrun him. I think I could have taken him.
Well, we have
He eyeballed me.
We have some of the most diligent, most specific, most detailed, most aggressive, most accurate mall cop, golf cart kind of guys. And what they want to do is they want to make sure that you're not speeding through the traffic, through the parking lot after hours, before hours, weekends. They're gonna watch
It's a thing. It's a thing.
And I appreciate it.
We pay them well to
and
make sure that
I respect it, and they keep it safe here. Now we have a very special guest on the show today. This is a guy who knows a little bit about protecting our country. He knows a little bit about that. Okay, he served in the U.S. Navy. And he knows a little bit about protecting